Minnesota Fighting Vikings offense coordinator Wes Phillips talked about, of course, the man that everyone has talked about, Justin friggin' Jefferson's pursuit of 2K, pursuit of Megatron, as well as MVP. Could be the first wide receiver to win that award. And Wes Phillips, I really love and respect Wes Phillips because even though Kevin O'Connell is the play caller, Wes Phillips is obviously very entrenched in the game plan. It goes back to when Kevin O'Connell was the offense coordinator for play caller Sean McVay last year in the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. It's been a while since the Rams are good, although the Rams beat the Broncos, beat the brakes off them, whatever. But I do think that Wes Phillips, grandson of Bum, nailed it. Also son of Wade Phillips. I think that he will be an NFL coach someday. I just love hearing him talk football and the way that he supports his guys, and I think that he is a great offensive innovator. So talk about Justin friggin' Jefferson, MVP chances. So just in general, they asked, can a receiver win MVP at this point? Wes Phillips said, I doubt it. Just the way the league is and how much is dependent on quarterback play. If you set an all-time record, maybe, but there's always going to be that tough class of quarterbacks that are just so highlighted. And Phillips, there's no aspersion on Justin Jefferson at all. He is correct here, where it's basically a quarterback and sometimes running back award, and I'm sure that Jefferson maybe will get a vote or two, especially if and when he does break the record. But, of course, Mahomes is going to get attention. Josh Allen's going to get attention. Joe Burrow's going to get attention. Not Kirk Cousins. Yeah, not Kirk Cousins. He's not going to get love from the AP voters, of course. But I do think that Jefferson, maybe he has a chance if he breaks the record. If he gets 2K, if the Eagles somehow lose out, the Vikings win out, and the Vikings get the 1 seed, and the Vikings end up 14-3, it would be really hard to ignore. It absolutely would be. So I think that he does have a chance, but Phillips is right. This is basically just a quarterback award. But Thomason, Pioneer Press, go. In terms of Justin Jefferson going after Calvin Johnson's NFL receiving yards record, offense coordinator Wes Phillips said the Vikings have to go into games with a regular plan, but if he's really close to the record, and it's possible they might flip him a few extra bowels. And of course, this flies in the face of what Zimmer did last year when Jefferson was close to the Randy Moss record. Is what it is. But I mean, Jefferson, Kevin O'Connell's already talked about, he's trying to walk the fine line between resting guys, making sure they're not exposed to unnecessary health risks, as well as trying to win these last couple games. But it didn't work out against the Giants. Jefferson played every single of the 72 offensive snaps against the Giants, put up 12 catches for $133 and a touchdown, and he does need 244 yards to pass 2K. He needs 209 yards to break Megatron's record. He is on pace to do that. So I like that Phillips is just talking about. It's like, hey, regular game plan. We're not going to go in. It's like we have to rest him. We have to do this or that. And I also like that he said that if Jefferson's close, they're going to try and get him the football, which I think is fantastic. Where, yes, I mean, well, what if Jefferson gets hurt? Okay, obviously that is a concern. That's something that I have to balance out, but they do have a chance for history. Plus, I mean, NFL coaches, even though they appear humble at times, I mean, there's always a little bit of ego. Wes Phillips seems super cool and humble, but having that on your resume where, hey, our wide receiver broke the single-season NFL record. We won 13, 14 games, as well as he was the only person in NFL history to go over 2K. That means a lot. I mean, how do you think that Kevin O'Connell's job interview went with Kwesi and the Vikings? Kevin O'Connell coming in is like, hey, I know that you have a young superstar receiver in Justin Jefferson. Here's what our offense did with the Rams last year, where I was offensive coordinator, very involved in the game plan. Here's what happened with Cooper Kupp, where he won the Triple Crown, led the league in receptions and yards and touchdowns, and also was Super Bowl MVP. I can do that with Justin Jefferson. And Wes Phillips, like I said, Wes Phillips is going to be a head coach somewhere in this league someday. Same thing with Matt Daniels too, by the way. But he can walk into every job interview and say, hey, look what we did with Justin Jefferson. He led the league in receptions. Also, Jefferson has an outside shot at breaking the single-season reception record, by the way. He set the single-season receiving yards record. He went for 2K. We won 14 games. Also, Jefferson won Super Bowl MVP. Just imagine. Being able to lead with that. It would be pretty good. But I like what he said here. I think that they are going to go for it, even though if Jefferson comes up short, I mean, he's going to have many opportunities to go for 2K. I actually think that Justin Jefferson is going to have multiple 2,000-yard seasons before his career is all said and done. But I'm glad that Phillips said that, and Phillips is probably right on this whole MVP receiver thing. I think it's extremely tough for a receiver to get the credit because someone's got to throw him the ball. Right, so I think that the anomaly of like Devontae Smith winning the Heisman, I think that that's even more far-fetched that an NFL player, wide receiver, is going to win the MVP. They'll just get Offensive Player of the Year, and it's like, oh, here you go, whatever. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings offense coordinator Wes Phillips talks about Justin Jefferson. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and his thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.